Okay. I am Ray, and life doesn't reward good people. It rewards this. You see, there's a saying that says, if hard work led to success, then the donkey would own the farm. But that's not how it works, now is it? And in the same way, if being good led to success in life, then good people would rule the world. But that's not how it seems, now is it? And here's why. Get your strap on. Wait. I mean strap in, because we're the Magic School Bus. This is a train wreck. We're going to the Akashic Records today. You see, life, the universe, it has three fundamental elements, if you did not know this. The universe... Oh, suck. Okay. The universe has three parts. Negative, neutral, and positive. And neutral is just the combination of negative and positivity. And this is also how God works. That's why they came up with ideas like the Trinity. And most religions probably have some variation of this. But really, it's just our understanding of the nature of reality. So there's a part of life that is of death. The destroyer of worlds. Oh no. And then there's the opposite, which is life. It's like Mother Nature, for instance. Mother Nature on one end gives life, gives tasty fruit, and helps us and gives us good things, and at the same time nature has been trying to destroy us and kill us all. Both are equally true. And then there's the neutrality part, which just is. It's just the way it is. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just how it is. And this is where the secret is. You could say the neutrality aspect is like the law, the cosmic law. Have you been breaking the law? And it doesn't matter if you're a good person or a bad person. If you abide by the laws of the universe, you will find success. And if you betray those laws, you will find not success. Bad things might happen. This accounts for why bad things happen to good people, and also why bad people seem to get away with bad things. Now, you could say in the afterlife, the good people are rewarded and the bad people are punished, but we don't really, it's not all that useful to us right now is it? But this right here is very useful to us in this life. So here's the deal. Life is a game of energy because the earth and everything on it was created by a star. A supernova exploded its guts, where a star exploded its guts in the form of a supernova. And eventually that formed to make our solar system. But fundamentally, it's all the same star dust. It's all energy. It's all the fundamental same stuff. Okay? It's just formed and constructed in different and unique ways. What I call frequency of existence, because energy is frequency and vibration. So everything in existence operates at its own unique frequency. Just to provide a little context so you're not confused, let's go back to the negative, neutral, and positive. In the universe, what is the negative part? Do you know this? Is black holes. They, at the center of every, at the center of every galaxy, there's a supermassive black hole, slowly but surely consuming all life, consuming everything. That's the fate of the universe, just to be consumed by death. But at the same time, what is the positive part? It's stars. Stars are the creative force of the universe. They are what give life to all things. Not only literally the fundamental material from the supernova, but the sun gives life to the earth through its warmth and its light. And then you have what is neutral. What does that look like to you? A little circle. What's inside the circle? It's space. It's just space. So you got three elements of existence. You have black holes, you got stars, and you got space. Mathematics. But what you find is that, negativity and positivity are not separate things. They're just two opposites of the same one thing. They're equal in value, but opposite in degree. You can't have one without the other, which means that when you combine them together, you get something, well, you get the true form. Wow, look at that. Really good. You get infinite energy. So from black holes, you get dark energy. From stars, you get light energy. When you put these two forces together, you have one energy that goes up and outward infinitely. And you have energy that goes downward and in infinitely. Basically, you have one energy that goes in all possible directions. It's infinite. Let me get rid of these. And what are we left with? We're left with space and infinite energy. And if you pay attention, look at this. This is literally the same thing, just twisted in a knot. Not that that's evidence of anything, but it's cool. Don't you think it's cool? Because what you find is that these two things are not separate. They're just two opposites of the same one thing. You have infinite everythingness and you have infinite nothingness. They're opposites. And you can put them together and they create the universe. Nah, that's not correct. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is this. When you have zero and infinite energy, you slow that infinite energy, which is frequency and vibration, all the way down to zero. And in between you have all of existence. Like pulling apart an accordion. In between is infinite existence with everything vibrating at its own unique frequency. That is what I meant when I was talking about frequency of existence. Now here's the deal. As you rise higher, you get to heaven. And as you go low, let's just say negative infinity, because infinity has all possibilities, you have zero in between. You have hell. This is what they meant when they said eternal heaven and eternal hell. They are vibrational states of being that manifest in certain experience. And that experience is, well, what is heaven like? Feels good. What is hell like? Feels bad. And here is the issue right here. Doesn't matter if you're a good person, doesn't matter if you're a bad person. What matters is your energy and your state of being. Meaning, if you're a good person, probably you have a good heart and you worry about others. You have fear. You don't want bad things to happen to the people you love. But what does that do? If you do not control that fear and deal with it, the fear and the worry and the negative thoughts will bring your energy down and down and down and down until you're in hell. And if you're a bad person and you don't feel any shame and guilt or fear or worry, well, your energy's not getting messed up. Now, there's still the whole karmic effect where what you put out will come back to you. But at least in the meantime, you're not messing up your energy. That's where the whole afterlife thing comes in. Because, well, if you're a really good person but you've experienced hell in this life, well, you'll still get what's coming back to you, which is all the good stuff you put out. You just won't experience it in this life. So too, if you've been bad, you might not experience the punishment in this life, but you're going to experience it eventually. But we are talking about not how to get some riches in some undetermined future, but to experience life good now. To be free, to be in alignment with life, to be in alignment with God, the divine image, so that we don't have to suffer unnecessarily. And what determines where we are on this spectrum? You could call it your energetic signature, which is like the unique broadcast that you're giving off that's tuning you into this infinite array of different radio stations that are all existing at the same time. Your energetic signature is determined by the quality of your perpetual thoughts. So the things you continuously focus on day after day after day, everything you consume is influencing your overall energy. Because, well, thoughts are energy, everything is energy. And you know, experientially, that when you consume something that is in lower frequency than your current energetic alignment or your current energetic signature, you feel yourself fall. And that experience is like feeling bad. Something tells you this was not a good thing, You have an inner compass that is always telling you whether you're going down or you're going up. It's called your emotional guidance system. And it's not just about feeling good, it's about feeling right or wrong. And also about feeling good or bad. And here's the issue. Is because most people are a slave to their circumstances, because they're a slave to their senses of what they perceive. Everyone is getting pulled around by the world. And guess what? The forces of darkness have come along purposefully to hijack your attention, to get you to focus on all the things that are wrong, so that they steal your energy and you go down, down, and down. And the more down you go, the more influence they have over you. The more you feel fear, the more you feel shame, the more you feel guilt. The more the influence of darkness has influence over you. But you want to be free from your circumstances. And in order to do that, you have to stop allowing yourself to react to things all the time. You have to become the source of everything. Because right now, with your infinite imagination, you can literally think about anything you want. Think about a zebra. Do you like zebras? Think about a zebra right now. Have you thought of one? You can do that, right? You have this kind of free will thing going on? I think that's how it works, right? Just change the zebra to imagine something that makes you feel good. Because the more often you can feel good, the more often you will think good, and the more often you will take positive action. You'll spiral upward, and before you know it, you'll be living a good life. And then you pay attention and see all the negative stories, all the negative beliefs, all the stupid things you focus on a daily basis. And you just try to stop doing it. You're not going to be perfect, but you just strive toward the light. But you got to make that decision in the first place. You have to understand that your energy is your point of attraction in this life, meaning whatever you experience, it is because of your energy. And you can prevent a lot of bad things from happening by protecting your energy and not allowing fear and worry and shame and guilt. Because it's not the water around the boat that sinks it, it's the water that gets in. So you have to be the master of your own energy. Protect it for dear life. You start living from your imagination rather than from just reacting to things. Because fundamentally you have the power to manage your energy at all times, because you have this mind that can focus on different things. You can focus on something that is good. You don't have to focus on what is wrong. Because again, the universe is infinitely balanced between negativity and positivity. There's infinite negativity everywhere. And there's also infinite positivity everywhere. It's not about what you think is true. It's about what you choose to focus on. Both infinite oceans. So how deep do you want to go in the negativity? Because you can go in a little bit, you can dip your toes, or you can dive in head first and drown. The point is, life is not responding to your morality. Life is responding only to your energy. So even if you do the wrong things, it doesn't matter. What matters is how much you allow your psychological drama to bring you down. Oh, I'm such a bad person, I did the wrong thing, I'm no good. All the shame and guilt and I'm going to be punished. We think we're doing the right thing, like we should feel guilty. But whether you should or should not feel guilty is irrelevant, because the consequence of what you are doing is you're making your life worse. And if you actually want to change the situation if it's negative, you can't pour gasoline onto a fire and expect it to go out. You have to pour water on it and stop fueling it. So there's absolutely no reason to feel shame and guilt and fear or worry anymore. Because it does nothing to help the situation, but add more negativity onto it, making it worse. And it's all just a game of practicing using this mind, which is a tool, and you're not just going to randomly be the best at it randomly, right? Like if you were an artist, you're not going to just randomly be really good at painting unless you practice over and over again. So too your mind is an art brush that is creating your reality. So, are you just splattering paint all over the place and it's messy everywhere? Or are you being intentional about what you are creating? You have to start living as a creator of your reality. not as a little monkey just trying to survive, and literally think about it. With your mind, it's a paintbrush. Yes, I'm gonna paint this. I'm gonna paint some big booty Latinas in my life. That's what I'm talking about. Do as you please. Whatever you want, you have to be in energetic alignment with that thing. Like abundance. Like you can't be giving off lack and scarcity thoughts all the time. You can't be feeling lack and scarcity and expect to enter into an abundant life. This doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't matter how hard you strive and struggle. If you're operating from negative energy, you're going to get a negative result. And it's going to be an uphill battle the whole time until you change your energy. That's why grinding works sometimes. Is that people grind over and over again until they find some results, and then they feel good, and then they change their energy. So you want to imagine, well, who do you have to become? What kind of energy do you need on a daily basis in order to stabilize in the frequency of what you desire? Sounds very out there, isn't it? Not that complicated. Put it practically. Ask yourself, how can you start feeling like the individual who already has what you want? How can you start thinking like them? You use your infinite imagination to visualize the individual you want to be. And you take it from that infinite potential and you actualize it into the present moment. This light, the sun. We'll deal with it. And the more you can stabilize in that energy, the more reality will change to reflect your energy. And a lot of the times, people who try really hard to do the right things, but life doesn't go the way they want it to, they get resentful. They get resentful for doing good because all the bad people seem to be getting what they want. Why not me? They cope. And a big part of it is because they don't face their darkness. They're too attached to trying to be good. And that messes up their energy. It allows you to become a vessel for fear and worry and shame and guilt. But when you learn to manage both your light and your darkness, you neutralize the effect that it has over you. Negative plus positive equals neutral. You neutralize the negative emotions, and therefore they no longer pull you all over the place. That is where stability happens. Because you're not attached, you're free. You're free to accept life as it is. And you begin stabilizing in abundance. Because what is abundance? Abundance isn't grasping at anything. You begin stabilizing in safety. Because you're accepting life, there's nothing wrong. Life is perfect. So you're not allowing fear to take the wheel. You stabilize in the energy of peace. Because your thoughts and your emotions and your circumstances are no longer pulling you all over the place. Don't let it do that. Because what most people do is their energy is getting pulled around. They never stabilize in the life they desire. And it's an endless struggle over and over again. But that will not be you. I am Ray. Check out the Spiritual Rebels community down below. Much peace and many blessings. And remember, just be.